So, welcome to my very first live. What we're going to be doing here today is tooling some new leather projects in the henna style. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi, everybody. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go ahead and case our leather, and then we're going to let it sit for a second, and then we'll go ahead and get started on tool. I find it easier to punch your holes first, your sewing holes, because I do all of my stitching and everything by hand, and then go back later and then redo them as needed, and then go ahead and put them all together. So if you guys have any questions or comments, I only am the one phone, so I'm not going to be able to see them until after we're done here. So you can always send me a direct message too. So what we're using today is just water in this really awesome little atomizer spray, like a spritzer Mr. Spray bottle thing that I got at Tandy. Also works great as your own personal mister when you're driving down the road if your AC isn't working. Sometimes you find little bits of tape that are left over. That's okay, just go ahead and yank those little guys right off, and if you can, and no one will know the difference or be any wiser later on. There it goes. Right. So this is going to be a cell phone pouch, like a holster that you put on you feed your belt through. This is going to be the outside of a wallet. This is going to be the outside of a much, much smaller wallet. And these guys here are going to be something more along the lines of a wine bottle holder holster. I work with a lot of local vineyards and breweries, and so it's just something that people have requested over time, of something that they can have that's not only stylish but functional and carrying around their goodies when they come to our events. And I do events all over Arizona. I've been reaching out to New Mexico and Texas, California, Utah. In fact, I just got back from Comic-Con in April. Right. So what I also did is, see if you guys can see this little guy. It's real pretty nondescript right now, but this is the design that we're going to be doing today. I just used some film, some tracing film, and a pencil. Okay, let's go ahead and get this started. Hey guys. Holy cow, we've got 12 people. Woo, this is my first live. Welcome, welcome everybody. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and ignore the camera for a minute. So go ahead and leave comments as needed. And I'm looking forward to maybe teaching you guys how I do things. All right. So first thing you want to do is kind of, let's just start out with this cell phone holder, right? Let those sit there and marinate for a second. You don't want your leather sopping wet. You just want it a little bit damp to the touch. Okay. And so let's go ahead and start with the front. So this is going to be the front of the pocket, and it's effectively going to be like this. As for a folder like that with a decorative stamp. So we're going to do the design here and on top of this piece right here. So what do you guys think so far? Any, hold on, let me check the comments. All right, if anybody's got their, anybody's got any comments, just let me know. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to do this right smack dab in the middle. I like to use the red labeled 3M Scotch tape simply because it holds better. Also, when I'm doing my henna tattoos and I make my little really applicator cones, it stays sticky after you've thawed them out of the freezer, so it holds up better over time. That's just what I happen to have on hand right now. Sorry, I get really nervous. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm filming right now. I kept it over there so I can hear it and not have it really super loud. All right, let's see what happens. So what we're going to do here is when we go ahead and finish the rest of these, we're going to be dyeing this. And after you dye this, where all these little divots are, it's going to be a lot darker, so it's a lot easier to see. And then in the next slide, we're going to be doing the dyeing process. And then the next one, we're going to be doing the actual tool, you know, the painting and tooling in the henna style with heavy-bodied acrylics. So go ahead and keep posted. We'll see what happens.